Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Politics Now, where we talk about modern politics in modern America. And today we are going to be discussing why the Midwest will be the most important part of 2024 and is the ticket to winning the White House. And yeah, let's just get into that. So, the Midwest is probably the most important region to win any modern election because that's where most of the swing states are. You have Nevada and Arizona and maybe even Georgia. But the Midwest is the most flippable region because it's probably one of the closer parts because you got places like Pennsylvania, you got Michigan, you got Wisconsin, which both candidates have won and have proven the ability to win them. So it's honestly up in the air if they are able to win them because they both have proven the ability to win them. But you got to have the ability to actually pull it off when everything isn't on your side, which honestly, out of both of the candidates, Trump has more of an ability to appeal to the Midwestern area, and I'll get into that. So, Trump has a much more easy grasp of the Midwest, which is kind of why he was able to win it in 2016 and even Michigan in 2016, is because, for one, he's from New York, so he sort of is close enough by that he more so understands and feels like a more Midwestern candidate. And a major thing is that he has a very broad appeal to the white working class that lives in these Midwestern states, which are his base in the Midwestern states. That's the reason he's able to win these states, is he has the Midwestern white working class base who will vote for him, which is why he was able to pull that off in Michigan and he won it in 2016. And even in 2020, which was a very blue wave and Democrat friendly year, he still had these states within close margins. Wisconsin was within less than a point. Michigan was probably the furthest along, but it was still under 3 points. And Pennsylvania was under 2 points, so it was almost a point away. And a lot of these other swing states were also the same way, but specifically the Midwest was a very close race even in 2020. And the reason for that is that he has a very strong base in the Midwest that a lot of these other Republican candidates simply don't have, which he was able to pull out the white working class base, which is his that's his base, that's his support, and that's the people who will vote for him. And he has the ability to turn them out. And yeah, in 2020 he had a lot working against him, and he wasn't able to turn out a lot. He was still able to turn out quite a few of them, but simply not to the extent that he was able to do it in 2016. And that was a very Democrat friendly year where Democrats turned out in larger numbers than Republicans, and that's what lost him a lot of these states. And in 2024, which is a more Republican heavy year, and seeing that Joe Biden is a very, very unpopular president, especially in a lot of these Midwestern states, because he is not very well liked by the white working class with a lot of his policy positions and his general handling of the economy. And it's not going to work out for Joe Biden because he he is sort of viewed in the same way as the Midwest viewed the NAFTA agreement, where a lot of these people who live in these Midwestern states are those white working class voters who didn't like NAFTA. So when Trump came in with anti NAFTA sentiments and was able to push that through, that he was going to get rid of NAFTA, that's probably a reason why, and that was a major reason why he won these states in 2016. And sort of the same thing is happening in 2024, where you have a lot of these policies that are hurting the white working class in these swing states that Joe Biden would need to win to even have a chance of having having a second term, but it's not going to work out since he's already alienated a lot of these voters who might have voted for him but are hurt and would vote for Trump because he gets rid of those policies that hurts the white working class, which has the unintended effect of turning those voters towards his base, and that's why he has such a strong Midwestern pull, is that he's grown up nearby it. He is more so seen as a Midwestern candidate, and really helps a lot of these Midwestern voters who ultimately decide whether or not it goes Republican or not. And of course, you have places like Wisconsin, which is trending towards the right because a lot of these counties are getting more and more Republican with the white working class base, which was sort of like I'll vote for Obama, I don't really care, to the more conservative Republicans, which are changing Wisconsin red, and the same thing is happening in Nevada, but specifically Wisconsin is trending more towards the right. Michigan, not really. Pennsylvania is more like a 50-50 split, and it's pretty much always been that way since 2016. It's sort of a coin toss whoever wins Pennsylvania because Trump won it in 2016, Biden won it in 2020. They've Mehmet Oz lost it, and yeah, that isn't really a good way to determine that, oh, it's a blue state from now on, because Mehmet Oz was a pretty terrible candidate. If you lose to John Fetterman, you're not a good candidate. And it's still a coin toss whether Trump or Biden wins this. It's it's kind of a coin toss if Michigan goes Biden or Trump, and Michigan especially, it's more Democrat than a lot of these other swing states, and Trump has the appeals that he can make it a coin toss, and make it more of a chance for Republicans, but you have that Republican base and party in Michigan, which honestly, the Michigan Republican Party has been pretty incompetent. Hopefully, the new regime changes within the Republican Party of Michigan will help it be a little bit more competent. But for now, they're still so incompetent that I don't see them really improving the chances that he will be able to win it. So, Pennsylvania, Michigan are currently coin toss. Wisconsin is most likely going to go Republican, and that you need to focus on the Midwest if you want to win these coin toss states. And Trump should focus on Wisconsin still because it did vote for Biden in 2020. There is that possibility that it can go Democrat, so you want to make sure and more so hammer home the idea that Wisconsin can go Republican, because if you don't hammer it home like in 2020, you're going to lose the state. And it's it was a pretty close margin. It was like less than a point, but you still need to hammer home that, hey, I can still win this. We can make up for the fact that I lost in 2020, and that should be the strategy for 2024. Focus on the Midwest a lot. Don't focus on places like Iowa and Ohio because they're likely to go Republican. It's not really under any threat. Focus on the Midwestern states. Focus on winning Georgia. Nevada and Arizona you should also focus on, and yeah, don't really focus on any other state. Maybe Virginia. Virginia still has a more Republican friendly base because of the governor there, and you should really just focus on the Midwest during this election. Maybe Georgia, but it's going to be a tough fight in Georgia either way, but the Midwest is the place that you want to focus on if you want to win 2024. So, Yeah. Can Trump win the Midwest in 2024, or is it going to go Democrat again? Make sure to leave your opinions in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.